Hi students, in the last video under the concept of kinematics, I explained different types of words and different types of terminology what we are utilizing in the kinematics. Rest, motion, time interval, scalar, vector, displacement and distance travel. The constant position of your body with respect to time and surroundings is called rest. Variable position of the body with respect to time and surroundings, then the body is said to be in motion. If the physical quantity which has only magnitude without any direction is called scalar. The physical quantity with both magnitude and direction is said to be a vector. Scalars are unable to draw on the graph, whereas vectors are able to draw on the graph. This is the final conclusion we given in the last video regarding the scalars and vectors. Now, regarding the distance and as well as displacement, whereas the total path taken by the body during its motion means longest path taken by the body during its motion. The shortest path taken by the body during its motion is called displacement. Distance travel is a scalar quantity, displacement is a vector quantity. Why? Because it has both magnitude and direction. Simply we can say a word direction of distance travel. Direction with distance travel is nothing but displacement. Yes, regarding the concept of distance travel and displacement, today we are going to discuss some problems basing on the concept of distance travel and displacement. Now, here I wrote some problems on the board. Problem number 1. A ball is moved forward by 10 meters and came back along the same path by 7 meters. First of all, the ball must should be at a particular place. The ball must should be at a particular place. So here, if you consider this is a ball, this is at a place. This is at a place. Then what happens? It is forwarded, means moved forward. How many meters distance? 10 meters distance. And again what happens? It is came back along the same path. Means up to here 10 meters. Then again moved back in the same path. How many meters? 7 meters. This is the given. Now what should we find out? We should find out the displacement. What is meaning of displacement? The shortest path taken by the body during its journey is called displacement. Here this is the initial point and this one is the terminal. Initial point and terminal point, this is this distance. Now, here the case of displacement is equal to 10 meters minus 7 meters. So, the answer becomes 3 meters. Displacement is 3 meters. Now, I require the distance travel. dt stands for distance travel. What is meaning of distance travel? The total path taken by the body. Total path is means in front direction it is moved 10 meters and again in the reverse direction it is traveled 7 meters. Then the total path is 10 plus 7, that is nothing but 17 meters. This is one of the example in between the displacement and distance travel. We should understand here, in this case, displacement and distance travel is not the same because displacement is the shortest path taken by the body, whereas distance is nothing but total length covered by the body. Now, let us explain second example. In the second example, what the given concept? First of all, we should convert the concept into the form of diagram. A body is there, it is completing one revolution. Revolution is nothing but along the circumference of a circle. This word is important for us. So, first of all, we should draw a circle Here a circle is there. Circle must and should contain some radius. Consider the body is A is at this point. Then what happens? This body A is completed one revolution. Means it is traveling along the circumference of the circle. The radius is how much? R. It is completed one revolution or one rotation is completed. Means first of all we are going to calculate the displacement. What is the initial point? A. What is the terminal point? A only. That is, because it is completed one revolution, means it is reached to the same point. So here initial point is A and the terminal point is also A. Then the displacement is equals to 0. There is no displacement. Why? Because the body came to the same point. This means initial point and terminal points are same. Then the displacement is 0. Then what is distance travel? Distance travel is nothing but the total path covered by the body during its motion. Means it is traveling along the circumference of the circle. The total path is equal to the circumference of the circle, that is nothing but 2 pi r. Further sake only, in my first videos I already said maths is the fundamental of physics. Compulsory we are going to apply the mathematical principles in physics. Here the total distance travel is nothing but total length traveled by the body, that is nothing but 2 pi r. Here in this case displacement is 0. Observe, in the first example we understood that displacement and distance travel may not be same. Second example we can say that displacement may become 0 but distance travel should not become 0. That the model or the concept that we should understand. Let us observe this example. In this example, a body is completed half of the revolution along the circumference of circle. The important word is here is circumference of the circle. For that purpose, we should draw a circle. Now, the circle having a radius r, consider the particle A is at that particular point A. Then what it is did? It is completed half of the revolution along the circumference of the circle. Means the body is traveling from here to here. Half of the revolution means the body comes to A to B. Now this distance is also nothing but what here? Radius. If we consider the center as O. Now this is the total problem is in the form of diagrammatical representation. In physics, always representing a problem in the form of a diagram gives a total idea for us. Now, what should we find out? First one, we should find out the displacement. Displacement is nothing but the shortest path between the initial and terminal points. Initial point is A, terminal point is B. Now the displacement is nothing but OA plus OB. Why it is OA plus OB? This is the initial and as well as this is the terminal. Now OA is nothing but radius r, OB is also nothing but radius r. The total value becomes 2r. That is nothing but the displacement. Now I require the distance travel. Distance travel is nothing but the total path taken by the body during its journey. Longest path taken by the body during its journey. This is nothing but half of the circumference of the circle. Distance travel is equal to half of the circumference of the circle. That is nothing but 2 pi r by 2. By considering 2 and 2, we can get the value as pi r. That means displacement is the shortest path, that is 2r. Distance travel is nothing but pi r. from these all the examples we can conclude that displacement sometimes becomes 0, but the distance traveled does not become 0. Displacement sometimes less than the distance travel. Displacement will be less than the distance travel. These are all the conclusions we drawn till now from these examples. Now let us observe in this problem number 4. A body is completed 1/4 of circle. 1/4 of circle. Whatever it may be, here circle is there. First of all, let us draw a circle. Okay. Now this is nothing but radius r. Let us consider the body is at A. It is completed 1/4 of the circle. 1/4 means the body is at A and it is travel along the circumference, then it is km. This is nothing but 1/4 of the circle. If we consider like this, this is radius r and this is also radius r and as well as radius r. Right. Now the body is A and as well as the body is at B. Here what should we find out? First of all, displacement we should find out. Displacement is nothing but the straight line path between the initial and terminal points. Here the initial point is A and the terminal point is B. Means they are asking the diagonal length of the diagonal of a right angle triangle. We already know in the right angle triangle, as per the Pythagoras theorem, square of hypotenuse AB square is equal to side square, that is r square plus r square. As per the Pythagoras theorem, in a right angle triangle, square of the hypotenuse is equal to, here the hypotenuse is AB, side square OA square, we can write like this also, OA square plus OB square. Now here AB square is equal to r square plus r square. Then AB square is equal to 2r square. That means AB is equal to root of 2r square. This also can be taken as root 2 into root r square. The value is root 2 into r. This is the value of displacement. Why? Because displacement is nothing but straight line path between the initial point and as well as the final point, terminal point. Now we are going to calculate the distance travel. What is the distance travel? The length, total length taken by the body during its journey, that is from A to B. This is traveling along the circumference of the circle. So distance travel is equal to total circumference of the circle by 4. If it is completed half of the revolution by 2, only 1/4, so that becomes 1/4, that is 2 ones and as well as 2 2's. Now the value becomes 2 pi r by 2. This is the value of distance travel. Displacement value is equal to root 2r, whereas well as distance travel is nothing but pi r by 2. In this case, in the second problem, they asked to find the ratio between distance travel and displacement. Means in the numerator, distance travel will be, in the denominator, displacement will be. What is the distance travel here? Pi r by 2 total divided by, what is the displacement? That is root 2r. Now this can be written like this, pi r by 2 into 1 by root 2r. Now we can cancel r and r. The value becomes pi by 2 root 2. The ratio will be pi is to 2 root 2. Like that we can calculate the ratio between the distance traveled as well as displacement. Distance travel is pi r by 2. Displacement is nothing but root 2r. By taking their ratios and by applying the mathematical principles. For that equally many times that we are saying that compulsory we should know the basic concepts of the mathematics while applying the physical formulae. In this problem, a person is walking along the edge of a park. What is the park? The park is in square shape. So first of all, we should draw a square. For example, this is a square shaped park. Okay. Let us the park is represented as A, B, C, D. Then what we did? Along the edge of a park. Means he is walking like this. From A to B, B to C, C to D and D to A, like that. What is the length of each side? 200 meters. Means this also becomes 200 meters. This also becomes 200 meters. This also becomes 200 meters. Okay, then what should calculate? Calculate the distance travel. First of all, the asked is distance travel. As we know, distance travel is the total path length. This means total length covered by the body. What is the total length covered by the body? AB plus BC plus CD plus DA. That is nothing but 200 meters plus 200 meters plus 200 meters plus 200 meters. Totally 4 2s are 800 meters. The total distance travel is 800 meters. Then we should find out the displacement. Displacement is nothing but the shortest path between the initial point and terminal point. In this case, the person is started at A and then he completed walking along the edge and then he calculated whenever the displacement completed 4 cycles. Sorry, here for one cycle, okay, how displacement is equals to 0, but we required the total distance travel for 4 cycles. Here this is for one cycle, then 4 cycles what happens? 4 into 800, that is nothing but 3200 meters. Then what is the displacement? That is 4 into 0, that is 0 meters. Means in this case the total displacement is 0. Distance travel is 3200 meters. That is nothing but approximately 3.2 kilometers distance he traveled. That means in this we should understand that displacement becomes 0 when the initial point and terminal points becomes the same. Distance travel should not becomes 0. Now see this problem. A person is walking along the edge of a park which is in square shape. Stop the problem there. First of all, we should draw a square shape park. Of course, if you consider this is a park, means which is in square shape, that vertices may be A, B, C, D and length of each vertices is 200 meters. Okay, now so this also becomes 200, 200, 200. Right, good. Then what should we find out? We should find out the distance travel and displacement. The given condition is he walked along the edge, means walked along the edge. Whenever you consider it is started from A to B and B to C. Now he reached this point. Means he walked along the edge and reached the exact opposite side of diagonal. This is the diagonal. exact opposite side of the diagonal. Now we should find out this means the initial position is A and the terminal position is C. Now in this case, first of all we are going to calculate the distance travel. Distance travel is nothing but length of the path, that is AB plus BC. What is the value of AB? 200 meters. What is the value of BC? 200 meters. So that is nothing but 200 plus 200, that is nothing but 400 meters. This is the distance travel. Now I require the displacement. Displacement is nothing but the shortest path between the initial point and terminal points, means it is a vector quantity represented in the direction of AC. Observe here, this is there in the form of a right angle triangle. We require the diagonal of this right angle triangle. As per the Pythagoras theorem, square of hypotenuse AC square is equal to sum of the squares of other two sides, that is AB square plus BC square. AC square is equal to 200 square plus 200 square. Now AC square is equal to 2 of 200 square. Why? Because 2 times the value is there. Now what happens? AC is equal to root of 2 of 200 square. Now AC is equal to root 2 into root of 200 whole square. By considering, then AC is equal to root 2 of 200 meters. This is the displacement whenever the body is completed and reached the exact opposite side of the diagonal. From these all the problems, what we can understand is the displacement sometimes becomes 0, but the distance traveled should not become 0. Shortest path taken by the body during its journey is called displacement. Longest path taken by the body during its journey is called distance travel. In the next video, we are going to discuss about velocities, speed, various type of velocities and various type of speeds. And at the same time, we will discuss the graphs depending upon the displacement and time graphs. Thank you. Have a nice day.